YouTube. What's good? It's Rich Made Shot. Um, Man, you need to be absolutely intentional. Um, you know, being intentional, is going to give you those results that you're looking for. Oftentimes we strive for things. We say that we want things. We want to go after things, but we wait for the right time or the right moment or the sign from God or a loved one to tell us what to do or us to get fired from a job or something catastrophic to happen. You need to identify a goal. You need to identify a purpose. You need to identify something that it is that you want to do, something that it is that you want to accomplish. And you need to be absolutely intentional about that shit. So I'd like to give an example. A couple years ago, when I was a younger version of myself, I wanted to climb up the ranks of the corporate ladder at my job, and I wanted to be a manager. And so I was absolutely intentional about that process and what it took to get there. Meeting various people, shaking various hands, selling various items, going to various different locations, just doing a bunch of different things, doing whatever that was needed to obtain that goal, to obtain what it was that I wanted to do. I needed to be intentional about it, and so I was. And after a couple years, I found myself obtaining what it was that I set out to obtain. And that was because I was intentional about it. If you look on this clip right here, you see me doing these tricep push downs, and you can see that I've seemingly built a horseshoe of a tricep, and my arms didn't always look this way, but I was intentional, about making them look this way. And it's the same way that I'm telling you all to be intentional about what it is that you want to accomplish. You need to see that shit. You need to build the image and install the image in your brain. And you need to go after that shit. You need to understand that on the other side of what you want, of where you want to be, is pain, is growth, failure, okay? Those are all things that are on the other side of what you want. And so the sooner you understand that, the sooner you can become more intentional about what it is that you want. See, because I told one of my homies this, and I'm gonna tell you all the same thing. Life is not easy, life is hard. Everything in life is hard, especially as a man. That being said, you have to pick your hard. It's up to you to pick your hard, okay? So you cannot be intentional and fail, rather settle for mediocrity. That's gonna be hard. You can strive for success, you can strive for greatness, obtain results, make a change, make differences in your life, and it's still gonna be hard. But whatever the case is, you have to be intentional about what it is that you want out of your own life, right? If you look here, I'm hitting my biceps, my bicep curls. I would probably say that my triceps are a lot stronger than my biceps. I think also a lot more defined. But I really want to bring my biceps up. I really want them to look a certain way. I want to look a certain way from head to toe, which is why you see me so focused right here in this clip, which is why you see me doing everything that you see me doing in this video, because I'm going to be intentional about what it is that I want. I'm going to be intentional about the results that I want, the results that I want out of my life, the results that I want for myself, and the results that will allow me to create for my family. You know what I mean? Man, being intentional is going right at it, bro. you know? When you wake up in the morning and you go in the bathroom and you're about to brush your teeth, you're intentional about how you apply the toothpaste to the toothbrush. You're intentional about how you run the water over the toothpaste, and then you begin to apply that toothpaste to your teeth. Those are intentional movements. So take that same thing and apply it directly to your thoughts, apply it directly to your goals, apply it directly to whatever it is that you want to achieve or obtain, okay? You have to understand that there's a version of you who is better than the you right now, than the you today. Whether you're a man or woman, what I want you to do from this point on, from this point moving forward, is I want you to spend more time envisioning that greater version of you. That greater version of you is called the beast, okay? And in that, we need to strive to be that, strive to become that, okay? So we need to be intentional about getting there, intentional about this entire process, and intentional about everything that comes with it. So when you envision this better version of yourself, you need to ask yourself, what does this person eat? What does this person drink? How long does this person sleep? What is this person's profession, this person's career? What does this person make annually? What does this person's life look like? Does he have kids? Does she have kids? Is he married? Is she married? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And once you identify all of these answers, I want you to store the information in your mind. You can even write it down. And then from that point, I want you to be absolutely intentional about checking off those boxes. I want you to be absolutely intentional about becoming and being everything that you just envisioned, right? And I guarantee you that you will see results if you do this process correctly. But only if is the smallest but biggest word in the dictionary. Only if you do this will you see the results. I'm hitting my biceps again right here. If you look at my delts, if you look at my chest, if you look at my forearms, my biceps, everything, none of it is where I want it to be ultimately, but that's why I'm being intentional about getting there. However, I've never looked like this a day in my life. How many of you look like this or better right now? How many of you look like this or better right now? I figured I'd go ahead and just get like a cinematic clip up in here. You know what I mean? I would blur out the background, really focus on everything. Looking at this view right here, I feel that my rear delts can use a little bit more work. So moving forward, I will be more intentional about growing my rear delts. Okay, just as intentional as I am about cutting weight and cutting my body fat percentage to obtain my goal weight and to obtain my goal physique. So I plan to be intentional about those things. In this next clip right here too, you'll also see me doing some chin-ups. I remember at a point in time not being able to do one single chin-up or one single pull-up, but I had to be absolutely intentional about strengthening my back, strengthening my forearm, strengthening my biceps to allow me to be able to do what you see me doing in this clip. My back didn't always look this way, but I was intentional about creating this shit. Okay? Self-talk is important. You need to speak to yourself. Okay? Some people do positive affirmations. Some people do other things. Whatever the fuck you need to do, whatever the fuck you need to say to yourself to push through that shit, you better say it. You better fucking do it. You better be intentional about this shit. You need to have a burning desire about this shit. Okay? We cannot cheat the grind. Okay? Cannot cheat the grind. We can't cheat this shit. If we want to be something, if we want to get somewhere, if we want to do something in this life, we cannot cheat this shit, and we must practice. We must practice daily. We must practice this shit daily. Mental fortitude, physical fortitude. Okay, we need to strengthen our minds, strengthen our bodies, strengthen our relationships. These are all the things that we need to do, all the things that we need to be more intentional about. We need to be more intentional about our health, both physically and mentally, as well as spiritually. We need to be intentional about this shit. We need to get this shit right. You know what I mean? The reason why I decided to use this footage was because I wanted to be able to motivate people. I wanted to be able to motivate the people who are seeing me, who are choosing to follow me. You know what I mean? Like, everything that I'm talking to you about, just like I said in the You Come First video, these are just my thoughts. These are just the things that run through my mind. And so I said, I feel that I'm often misunderstood. I feel like I can't really get the information across to people the way that I want to. So let me do this shit. Let me make this content. Let me make these videos. And then the people who want to improve, the people who want to hear what I have to say, the people who want to get better, they're going to find this shit. They're going to listen to this shit, and they're going to apply it intentionally. They're going to be intentional about the way that they apply this shit. They're going to be intentional about the knowledge that I'm trying to bestow upon you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm out.